Hey everybody, welcome back to Barbecue by Biggs. I'm Aaron and today we're working on sausage. That's right, not an ordinary sausage, but a chicken bacon ranch brat. If you guys want to see how these things turn out, come along with us. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back. We have about 5 pounds of chicken here, 3.5 pounds of chicken thighs. We took the chicken thighs, took the bones out, de-skinned it, and then of course cut it up in little chunks to go through our grinder. We saved 4 of those chicken skins to go ahead and grind those up with us as well. Then we have 1.5 pounds of just boneless, skinless chicken breast. So overall, right at 5 pounds. We're gonna get this into the freezer, let it harden up a little bit so when we run it through a grinder, we won't have any issues, and we'll bring you back for the grind. All right, we got the chicken out of the freezer. Now we're just gonna take these skins and process those right quick. We put them in this freezer whole, that way it'd make it easier for us to chop up. And then they'd be really hard when they went through the grinder. So we'll just process these into chunks. That way they'll fit in the grinder and they'll grind up a whole lot easier. So we'll just load in some of this chicken into the throat. We're using our 1 horsepower Meat Your Maker grinder here. Man, it really chews through meat. So we'll get this in here and then we'll get it to grinding. As you can tell, this is really cold. We put that in the freezer for just the same amount of time that we did put that chicken in there. That way we keep everything nice and cold. We'll take these chicken skins and we'll make sure those go in there as well. So we'll get started grinding. I said before, this thing chews through this meat. We're using a 4mm die, which is a small die on this machine. And we're only gonna grind it 1 time. Got all that meat through, we'll put a little bit of ice. Got a little bit of ice here, we'll put that through there. Clears the rest of that meat off, plus adds a little bit of coolness to it. Ice, done. So for the ingredients of this one, we're gonna use the ranch seasoning. We're gonna use 2 packets to 5 pounds. So that makes it 56 grams of seasoning. We'll go ahead and get that in. We're also using 7 grams of black pepper. We're using 6 grams of garlic, granulated garlic. And we're also using 15 grams of salt, which is a little light, but we also have salt in the bacon. We have 1 pound of thick bacon that we've cooked up in the oven, ran it at 400 degrees for about 25 minutes or so. Then we chopped it up, put it in the freezer. So we're gonna add that here in a minute too. We have 1/2 pound of mozzarella cheese. This is the PS Seasoning high temp cheese. We just used 1/2 bag, so it's 1/2 pound there. Then we have 40 grams of non-fat milk powder, so we'll add that in too. So we'll just mix all that together. Get all that whisk together. All right. Let's add this a little bit at a time here. Then we'll mix this for a couple minutes here. So once we get it all pretty well mixed together, we're gonna take the bacon and we'll fold that in. And again, we used a little less salt in the recipe because the bacon has salt as well. And also our liquid, when we add our liquid, it'll be chicken broth to add that little bit more chicken flavor. So it's got sodium in it too. We are using the the reduced sodium in that. So I wouldn't use a full sodium one in it. You might have it a little bit too salty. We'll go in with the cheese. Again, we'll fold that in like we're folding the cake together. Get it spread out, fold that in. It's starting to dry out a little bit, so we'll add a little bit of this chicken broth. It's about a half a can or about 7 ounces, so about a cup. And what we're looking for is that protein extraction to make it real sticky. That way when you get it up in your hand, it stays. See, we're getting there. We got the protein extraction that we're looking for. We're just gonna make this little patty, fry it up, make sure we got our flavors right. We'll bring you guys back. All right, so we fried up a little patty. Let's give this thing a taste. Cut into this. Looking good. Give it a shot here. Still kind of hot. Oh man, it's just right. All right, we're gonna get this cased up. Can't wait to taste it in a sausage. All right, since we're doing a small batch today, we're gonna use our small Meet Your Maker sausage stuffer. You can use your grinder too, but these sausage stuffers make life a whole lot easier, especially if you're doing it by yourself. So we'll just take this meat. You wanna make sure that you try to get all the air pockets out, so throw it in, get it in there and then smush it down. Get as much air out of there as you can. That'll save you some headaches when you're casing this stuff up. So we'll get this loaded up. Get the stuffing. So we'll turn the handle on this stuffer until we get a little bit coming out the end here. Go real slow. Here it comes. When it gets to the end, we'll just back it off. So we've had our hog casings. These are natural hog casings. We've had those in the cool water here for about 40 minutes. All we want to do with these is kind of flush them out and get them straightened out. So we'll just find the ends, get some water in there, run that water through there. As you can tell, not only does it straighten it out, but it also flushes the inside of those. Gets all the salt out. Once you're good there, we'll take a little bit of this water, put it around the horn here. Makes it easier for that to go on and off. If you get a little water on your sheet, that's good. Keeps things moving around there. All right. You just take the casing and get it straight on and then just line it right on up here. Should go on pretty easy. If it doesn't go on pretty easy, you need to probably put a little bit more water on that horn and look for tears just like that. So we'll tie it off. We had a tear right here, so we'll tie it off here. We're at the end. Cut that off there. All right, we'll get the casing here. So what you want to do is make sure you put some pressure on the bottom and on the top. You just want enough pressure where it's not too slack inside of that sausage, but it's not too big either. Just enough to fill that casing up. That way you don't blow out. If it's a little loose, you can fix that when you are twisting those into links. Get to the end, back it up, take that pressure off, then tie you a knot in the end. Get that tied up. All right, on the side of our pan, we got measured out about 6.5 inches. We're just gonna take that, just squeeze that first, measure out your next 6, and then just spin. And so we're just gonna take that, spin it a couple times, link it up. So then we're gonna go with this one, measure. We're gonna go with this one, measure, put them together, and again, twist them. So we'll just twist those just a couple times. If it's looser, then you can tighten it up doing it this way. You just spin it a couple more times, and you'll be fine. We have a small one on the back here. And there you go, you got chicken sausage. So we're gonna get the rest of this linked up. We're gonna put it on trays and put it in the refrigerator overnight. What that's gonna do is it's gonna help it dry out, and we'll get it on the grill tomorrow. See you guys then. All right, so the sausages have been in the refrigerator for 24 hours, and man, they've dried up nicely. Color looks good. We're gonna get them on the smoker. We're going on the Yoder YS640 pellet smoker at 275 degrees. Should be done in about an hour or so, so we'll get those on now. All right, like we said, we're going on at 275 degrees. Remember, you can cook these, you can even cook these in the oven, you can cook them on a grill, you can keep on an open fire. We like the little bit of smoke flavor in it, so we're gonna go on the pellet grill at 275 degrees. We're just gonna put them on this smoking rack, put them right in the middle of the smoker here. We'll come and check on them in about 30 minutes and probably flip them. We won't bring you back for that, but about an hour or so, these should be done. Looking for an internal temperature about 158 to 163 degrees. Carryover will take us to where we need to be. So we'll get these closed up and we'll bring you guys back when they're done. See you then. All right, after about an hour, they are done. Let me bring you in here and let's cut into these things. All right, let's get in here and cut into these things. Take out things. Oh yeah, see, you can see this. See that cheese, you can see that bacon. Let's get a taste of this, it looks so good. Again, look at that. Looks great. All right, let's taste it. You can taste that ranch. You can taste the bacon. It's delicious. You guys gotta try this one. Cooked all the way through. Like I said, you can smoke it, you can grill it, you can cook it in the oven if you want to, but it is delicious. See you guys on the next one. Man, so good.